Hey guys, Desolator Magic here, and oh boy, we've got 96 more spoilers. I kinda doubt they'll all fit in this video, but we'll find out. From the upcoming giant reprint set Commander Masters, people are getting more and more angry and spreading their opinions about this wonderful set out on the internet. I know, shocking, people never do that. And the number one most commonly expressed sentiment is, wow, that's too expensive, and oh, it's about time we got a reprint of this. Both are pretty negative. Distant third, we've got, oh, that's some cool art, and then followed by, I think they're just trying to make it look exactly like somebody altered the card. And you'll see what I mean in a second, because some of these, oh boy. If you haven't seen them, you're gonna see what I mean. So let's jump in with Kindred Dominance. Of course, not gonna read the cards because they're all cards that already exist. I'm just gonna give you the price because that's what people care about in a reprint set. Now keep in mind, these prices are very optimistic. They're very current market. And it's a pre-order price for about 3 weeks from now. So obviously, don't pay this price, I'll just tell you that right now. And two, more like 1B, because they're about to go down. Now this is the showcase frame of Kindred Dominance, and there's a couple different styles here, but this particular one, they're optimistically trying to get 40, but the original Commander 2017 one is 45. And then the regular version of this, but from Commander Masters, they're trying to ask 25 for it right now. A selective and potentially asymmetric board wipe even for 7. I mean, yeah, you could see that being useful. Now, once again, I'm not implying, ooh, great value, everybody go out and buy this set. Despite its high price, look at the value of the cards. Absolutely not, it's garbage. What is it, 60 bucks per pack if you buy them in 4 for the collector's boosters? And the showcase frames and the special editions are the only ones that are going to be worth anything? No thanks. What I'm going to do is sit on the sidelines, and then if I want to build a deck, I'll be like, oh, right after a master set seems like a good time to do it. Let's wait about 3 weeks. Oh, look, all the cards I needed went down by 75%. That is what I would advise people do. Next up, we got Ghoul Caller Gisa, and she's down to a whopping $2. Once again, kind of nice if you're building a zombie deck because, you know, a $2 card ain't going to break the bank. Next up, Heartless Hidetsugu. It's an old Conspiracy 1 card, but it's coming in around $3, a little bit lower actually. And then we've got the Immortal Sun. Oh yes, the traditional troll card that slots into basically any commander deck. And it was $20 for Rivals of Ixalan. I think that's about what it was in Standard at the time. But this reprint's bringing it down to 12 or lower. Next up, Chromatic Lantern. I get a lot of crap for, running one of the biggest YouTube channels covering Magic in the entire world, and not knowing crap about the game before 2013, because that's when I started playing. Still a while ago, and I point that out because I remember when this used to be valuable. I say that because even the Guilds of Ravnica one is $4.50. The Masterpiece is still $120 though, so hello. See, that's why I defend these ultra rare special editions, because, do I need to buy it to play the game? No, I do not. Did it lower the price of the regular one? Yes, it did. Well, that benefits me directly, doesn't it? Next up, we got Fiery Confluence, with WOTC pretending to give a crap about other cultures, other languages, and other countries' markets. I'll just give you the bad news now, it's 39 cents. Did you guys notice that over the last 5 to 10 years that WOTC never gives extremely valuable big high dollar reprints to foreigners as their one spoiler card to hype up on their social media or whatever they make content for? And they never do it on day one either. And they self-admittedly and provably from third-party sources basically never hire black people. I feel like a pattern is forming here. So anyway, we've got Psymaster Thopterist. He's just under $2. A popular whenever you artifact, do more artifact card. Then we've got Morofon, the haters gonna hate Pimp Walker. I believe that's what it translates to. Well, Clifford the big purple dog here is worth a whopping $22. Not bad. He's actually a changeling, so he's all types. And he's like a super tribal booster. He reduces all costs in tribal by 1 colored, but it can't reduce colorless. Very odd fellow. Very overdue for a reprint too, if you ask me. Then we've got Sekuar Deathkeeper. This is another 3-color worthless card. There's a lot of them out there. Just commander deck filler stuff. I don't know. He's 40 whole cents. Then we've got Azami, Lady of Scrolls, which was already in a secret lair. I'm telling you, it doesn't do good things to prices, because that version's $20, foil, $12 regular, and the regular version is 99 whole US cents. Next up, I don't know how you get from Schlusssacht to Curtain's Call, but what I do know is it's 40 cents. And then we've got the, I'm not going to say this on YouTube because there's a 95% chance they're going to think that I'm saying a racial slur against Jewish people, Wind's Fury. You really gotta wonder what goes through WOTC's head when they could name it literally anything. Anyway, this legendary for multiple different reasons bird Even this version 99 cents, and then the regular one 99 cents. But no, guys, we need to ban stone-throwing devils because it's offensive 50 years ago to one group that probably doesn't exist anymore. Can't wait till they print a Johnny Spear Chucker with all their sensitivity department. I'm sure that'll happen any second now. So next up, Scourge of the Throne. It's $4. It was literally just in Lord of the Rings. Next up, Inspiring Statuary. It's not that exciting, 50 cents, let's move on. Oh, by the way, in case you're wondering why I'm throwing these in, I'm just covering just the rares and mythics because there's a couple cool uncommon reprints, but most of them don't even clear $5. And with the volume that they're going to be in being in the uncommon slot and the amount of uncommons commons that are in the alternate packs, oh boy, we are going to see a price drop. Next up, your boy Des don't need a translation for this one. I remember who that is. That was probably the biggest mistake in the last couple years, apart from like printing Ugin again, after they know damn well what happened the last time, and like promoting Mill and just Modern Horizons at all. Okay, it's in the top 10. But yes, this absolute menace to society is the Scarab God. I hate him. This piece of garbage is $12, but that $12 isn't worth getting punched in the face when you draw this out of a commander deck at a quote-unquote friendly match. I think we need a slight break in the video after dealing with the trauma and PTSD of seeing this guy again. And I'm just going to quickly remind you, in case you haven't heard already, I guess you would have had to have been in my live stream, that's the only place I put it, that my prepping channel, Emergency Survival Tips, is now on Rumble. It's like YouTube, except better in every conceivable way. And the most important thing is you can play the videos with your phone's screen locked. You know, that feature that YouTube makes you pay $12 a month for. There's less ads, less intrusive ads. Yeah, there's some paranoid, crazy people conspiracy nonsense on there, but that doesn't mean you have to watch it. And if you do, you can have some fun in their comment section, reminding them what a dumbass they are. So Rumble's exploding and YouTube is in deep trouble for ripping off advertisers. Yeah, I jumped off the Titanic before it's sinking, let's put it that way. I don't have any intention to put these videos, to replicate them to Rumble, but we'll see what the future holds. So not sponsored or anything, I just wanted to tell you I'm over there, and my channel's actually really blowing up over there, and so did Jeremy's. And me and Jeremy from the Quartering, we made a video together in person at a gun show like a million years ago. It was pretty epic. We were protesting F&M, that's before he even made the Quartering back when he was MTG headquarters. But before this turns into an ancient history video, let's move on to Sword of the Animist, one of my favorite cards of all time. And one of my famously best speculations. I believe I picked up 64 of these and then sold them for about 5 times more. Should have only sold half and profited the difference and held on to the rest because they went up another like 400%. Which is why it's really, really good that this thing is being reprinted, because even now with the reprint announcement, it's still over $10. Man, I should have held on to more of those. So next up, City Seabrood Tyrant. Very, very underwhelming card, 50 cents. I'm not going to dwell on it. Next up, Verdant Confluence. I might be wrong, but I think this is the one that's not part of a cycle, because it was only ever in Commander 2015, and that's it. But even, that said, it's $1.29, and this brings it down to like half that. Next up, Endrexar, aka the bad guy from every movie ever. And this version, alternate art, kind of nice, rolling in at even cheaper than the original. I did not see that coming until I scrolled down and realized I was looking at the wrong one. Okay, well, he used to be $1, now he's not. Next up, Jazal Goldmane, coming in at a whopping $1. He was actually downshifted in rarity because he's been, Mythic, 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 and now finally Rare. Huh. Maybe they did that because he's $1 across the board and this new version is 50 cents. Next up, I did not see this coming. Wakening Sun's Avatar, which I could have sworn was like 25-cent bulk garbage, even though it was a mythic back in Ixalan. Now this thing's sitting at $8, and this brings it down to $6. That is really surprising. I mean, it costs 8, and then it says, if you cast him from your hand when he enters the battlefield, destroy all non-dinosaur creatures, but still, it was not a good card. I remember selling it. I held onto it forever, and then finally just sold it for peanuts, basically. They have printed more dinos since then, I guess. Next up, we got a Mythic Bribery, going all the way back to Mercadian Masks, 8th edition, a couple other places, about a $13 card there, but this one, they're trying to get 10. I feel like that's a little optimistic, considering for 12 you could just get the Secret Lair version. And even the alternate art ultra limited edition Judge promotional foil is $22. Yeah, I think 10's a little optimistic there on the pre-release, just saying. Next up, Righteous Confluence. Maybe it is a full cycle. I don't know, we'll find out. 50 cents. It actually is a pretty cool card, just saying. Next up, we've got Tempt with Vengeance, which was only ever printed in Commander 2013, so it's nice to see a reprint considering it was coming in around $8. They still want $8 for the original for some reason, and the new one with identical art is $4, so explain that one to me. And this is like an X multi-summon, basically. And then the ring tempts you. Just kidding, it doesn't say that. I don't know what to think about the price on that one. I'm not going to speculate too close. Next up, we've got Nahiri, the most annoying character in the lore. Yeah, that's what they wrote on the card. Don't look at the screen, just take my word for it. Still acting like a ditzy, spoiled, obnoxious, like unstable teenage girl, and she's like 1,000 years old. Amazing. What award-winning writing. I hope the SAG protesters get their way. They definitely deserve it. Or wait, no, it's not. That's screen, whatever. Anybody west of the Midwest who does writing probably sucks at their job, is what I'm trying to get at. Also, $7 card. Next up, Angara the Diplomat. It's a famous card from M21, one of the last core sets ever. He was sitting pretty at $8, but now this brought it down to $6. A white card draw engine. Yeah, I could see that being pricey. Next up, we got a Mythic in Micaeus the Unhallowed. That's a Dark Ascension card that was in Ultimate Masters. And even after being printed into Secret Lair, they just can't seem to get him below $18. Yeah, non-humans have Undying. They should probably just ban this card, actually. Next up, we got Zatalpa. People didn't play him even when the set was out, and he's 50 cents. Next up, there is Balefire Dragon, and here's what I was talking about when I said they're making art that looks like Alters. I guess they went full Pokemon and decided, yeah, let's just not let them be able to read the text. It's about a $20 card. That ain't no joke, and it is a Mythic. But yeah, look at the wings, look at the fire. I mean, it's pretty clear what they're going for, that like 3D layered effect. Ooh, because, you know, oh, we've never done that. I think what they do is they look at what are people spending money on, and then they focus really close on what are they spending on that's not going to us, and then let's copy that. Limited edition holographic two-face tokens. Those were always sold on the open market because, you know, it's just a picture of a goblin that happens to be 3 by 4 inches with round corners. What? Like, what are you going to do? And then people are dumping mad money into custom alters, like commissioned artwork and stuff. And so now they're like, well, let's do that, even though they're printing a million of these and it's not special. Not really sure what they were thinking there. And this art doesn't look like stunning. It looks like a mediocre artist drew it. No offense to whoever drew it, because that might have been the art direction where they said make it look like an altar that you'd see done by like an amateur artist. So I don't like this at all. I think it's another stupid gimmick, and I think it's just WotC trying to make money, again, just like this set. So next up, Grenzo Havoc Razor. This was about a $15 card, but they brought him down a little bit. He was in Conspiracy 2 Take the Crown, so it's nice to see, you know, after this amount of time, him get reprinted. Next up, this art pattern. I don't remember if we've seen this yet in this video. I think we saw one, but yeah, it's a thing. The whole turn your side to the head and do a portrait shot, but then also don't draw it very well. I guess that's what they're going for a couple of these. Not sure how that's gonna do. I think it looks like crap. I calls them like I sees them. So yeah, $33 card, and hilariously, I bought a small collection from someone lately, and I was trying to sell this, and they won't take it on a buy order, despite the fact that the vendor I'm trying to sell to happens to have 0 of these in stock. Had to flip it on eBay. And then the same thing happened to another card. I thought, wait a minute, I saw that in my own spoiler video, for God's sake. Wait a minute. All the vendors seem to be saying, hey, they're reprinting this and this. What's this going to do to the value? Okay, let's take pre-orders on this. You know, let's get our money. But even though we have nearly 0 or actually 0 in stock, we're not going to buy a single one for any amount of money because we might lose money, because when these things get reprinted, watch out. Now, it seems like just good business. That's a smart thing to do. Don't invest on something when, you know, somebody's got more information than you. Like where they find out, like, in the morning, oh, this card's going, you know, to reprints. Oh, in the afternoon, let's sell them these. Boom, approved. So somebody took these off the buy list pretty darn quick at multiple vendors. And I do think it's smart, but I've also never seen them do this. I've seen cards that were banned that they still gave me a pretty competitive price with. Although that was a different vendor. I sold like 10 different buy lists, you know, whoever's paying the highest. But very, very interesting. I would say if you have a Ulamog, if you have a Cyclonic Rift, if you have other really expensive like red dragons that are in this set, I would sell them as quickly as you possibly can. Wherever you can. Find a buy list. Put it on TCG Player, Card Shark, eBay, whatever. So anyway, this is sitting at $32, but not for long. Next up, we got Loyal Retainers, another mythic, and this is coming in at $22 right now. Now, this was from Portal 3 Kingdoms, and those cards tend to be kind of expensive, so 55 bucks there. A mere uncommon, by the way. Then it was in Commander's Arsenal, which I actually don't know what that is. Then there was some kind of 30th anniversary foreign language promotional one that I know nothing about that's 25 bucks. Then they stuck it in as an invocation, so the Masterpiece card, or one of them, in Amonkhet, and that version is sitting at $55. So I think the 22 they're asking for this right now is a shot in the dark. I'm just glad to see this, but I wouldn't rush out and say, whoa, half price, buy it. I think it might crash heavier. Anything that's been this not printed for this long, if you need something that does this, just wait. And especially, I mean, if you've been reading the card, now that it's up on screen, it's not that great. It's really not. Next up, it's Demon Lord Belzenlock, a.k.a. Billy. Oh, I thought Billy dead. I'm pretty sure he dead. But they dug his corpse up and revived him for this set. How nice of them to do that. So anyway, he's 50 cents. Next up, it's Hammer of Nazan, or as I read it initially, Hammer of Nazin, and then I thought, have you been to the Cloud District lately? Who am I kidding? Of course you haven't. That's for rich people, you stupid peasant. Why are you inhaling deeply while aiming your mouth directly? Vuzroda! And that was the last time we saw Nazim. All that's left of him is his hammer. So this is actually in Double Masters. It is still 18 bucks. This is a darn good card. The Mithril Chain will give it a run for its money from the latest Lord of the Rings set, but yeah, I mean, this version they want 12 bucks for. I don't think that's going to go much lower, actually. So lastly, for this video, I'm just going to stop at this one. It's Demonic Tutor, the, I think, 22nd reprint of it. I thought this was like Dark Ritual, where they've reprinted it so many times that it's basically worthless, but apparently they want 30 for this. The 3rd edition one, which there's a lot of 3rd edition crap floating around, is still $40. There's a couple other versions. I'm just going to skip them because they're really rare. The Mystic Archive one is $40. Really cool artwork, by the way, on that one. It was in a couple dual decks, couple side products, the Mystery Booster, the list, but then Ultimate Masters, that version's still 40 bucks. That can't have been what it was back then. It was only rare. I think I sold these for like $11 back then. I don't know. But this borderless art, this particular version of it, which is not the only one in this set, they're just showing off this version. 50 bucks they want for it. Okay, that's not going to happen. And by the way, if you're one of those people who tutors in a 99+1 singleton format, you're a dick and everybody you play with resents you. I know more than a couple people that say, I play Commander, but we play no tutoring Commander. You guys know my policy. First of all, not winning on turn 2 with an infinite combo with your $10,000 deck, because what is even the point of shuffling? And 2, no tutoring for anything other than lands. Boy, is the game more peaceful than that. In fact, I made that one of the tenets of my offshoot of Commander called Giant Leaders. It was a parody of Tiny Leaders until some people started playing it. It's actually really awesome. Every spell has to be 4 or higher CMC, and you start the game with an emblem that's 2 basic lands of your choice, basically equivalent. Can't be destroyed, but they act as basic lands. 1 color each. And then any card that's been banned in any format is banned in this format, and it's 99+1. I think the other rule is Planeswalkers can be commanders. And all dual commanders are banned. Simple format, big splashy spells only. It's really, really fun, especially if you tack on top of it, Artisan or Pauper. So check out the video on that. I made it, I think, like 50 years ago. But this reminded me of that, because, you know, we're all talking about fun ways to play now that nobody plays competitive standard constructed anymore, because why the hell would they? It's awful. But watch for more spoilers. I was going to say tomorrow, but I'm working literally from 8:30 a.m. until the next day afternoon straight with 1 crash at a hotel stay. That'll be fun. But you know what? The new roof ain't going to pay for itself, especially since it hasn't been done yet and I didn't sign the papers. And really, I'm actually filling in at my friend's company for somebody who just died suddenly of a heart attack, and I don't want to think about it. So yeah, I've had a really shit week. And this set ain't making it any better, so I'm trying to hold it together, but that's why I haven't been really uploading. So, hey, thanks for watching this at least. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.